Hello, welcome to the latest episode of pdxMindShares, a podcast brought to you by pdxMindShares, sponsored by Anvil Media, a digital marketing agency in Portland, Oregon, and we're helping Portland get hired. Hey, how's everyone's week going? It's been an interesting week here at Anvil and pdxMindShares. We are happy to welcome a newest member of our team. And with this new member starting his first week here, it got me thinking about when you get a new job and a new job offer. So this week I wanted to talk about negotiation. We have a blog post on our blog at www.pdxMindShare.com/our-blog about negotiation tips and like how to negotiate with scripts and samples and all sorts of fun stuff. So that's not exactly what I want to talk about today, but you're welcome to go to our blog post to check that out if you're looking for those tips. What I wanted to talk about today is the general format of how to negotiate and what types of things you can negotiate in a new job offer besides salary. Yes, you can negotiate your salary and compensation, and you definitely should if you are looking to make a little more, but there's also tons of other benefits that are offered by a company that are on the table and up for negotiation. And so I want to talk about those types of negotiation tactics and the common format, which is, you should write this down, put it on a post-it, remember this. When negotiating, you should always point out what you can do for them. What is in it for them? Because, you know why you're going to negotiate. You want a higher salary, you want more time off, you want better health benefits because you have bills and a life outside of work and probably families that you want to take care of. We all know why you want this, but that doesn't really tell the employer why they should give it to you. So what can you do for them? What does giving you better benefits or a higher salary get them? So let's talk about that. So what can you negotiate besides salary? Your title, for one thing, and that's a pretty cool thing to negotiate. Have you been a copywriter for a really long time and you're applying for a copywriter position, but you think it's time that you should be a senior copywriter, so you have all the experience? And let's be honest, a title bump also means a pay bump. So it's another way to kind of negotiate salary without actually focusing on salary. Well, you want to negotiate that. Think about what you can do for them. Why does a higher title, more experience, a higher level within the company benefit your employer? Well, more experience understandably means that you can do more, and that means bring in more revenue, cut down more time, help streamline the team a little more. All of these things should be in your argument. You can also negotiate a higher title, maybe not now, but soon. So at least you know what you're working towards. So you know when you'll get that promotion. So you could say something like, if I hit this benchmark, this goal in 12 months, I want to be promoted to senior copywriter in a year. So that way you know that you're not waiting 2, 3, 5 years to get that promotion and finally earn that title that you're really wanting and working toward. You can hit your goal a little bit faster. But what's in it for them? They finally get to hit that revenue mark, that target hiring goal. If you're trying to get a higher position in the human resources department, there's some kind of target or some challenge on their team that you can help fix, and there's always going to be a target or a benchmark within that you can agree to hit by a certain date and earn that title. You can negotiate for a flexible schedule. Again, what's in it for them? We know what's in it for you. Cutting down on that commute time, getting a little more time in your morning back, cutting down on that gas money. But what's in it for them? Well, if you get to create your own schedule and work a flexible schedule, that means you get to choose to work when you're most productive. And when you're most productive, that earns them higher revenue. Maybe you end up paying for yourself. You could say, if you're making $65K a year, you could say, I will make this many sales in 1 or 2 quarters, and I'll end up paying for myself. So you can make $65,000 in 2-3 quarters of the year by only working when you're most productive and making your sales calls when you're most productive. You can hit those revenue targets. And it's a really good argument to say that I can make in sales what you're paying me a year, other monetary benefits. Everyone is focused on salary compensation, but why do we really want to make salary? To pay bills. Things like internet, phone, gas money, maybe student loans that we're still paying off. Well, if you can make an argument for it, your company might pay that each month. Again, what's in it for them? Try to think of certain benchmarks, or try to think of, if you are working in office because they require it, that's time that you're giving to them. So talk about that commute to work. If they pay for that, that's earning your butt in that seat in the office. If they require you to work at home and you're using your internet for work, make that argument that by doing this amount of work, that time and labor for them is using your internet. So they're paying for you to be getting your work done at home with reliable internet. Again, what's in it for that? Think about why they need these things, why they care about this. I have a blog post that will be posted this week expanding on this topic. What are other benefits you can negotiate other than salary, and how can you make these arguments for these other benefits? Go to www.pdxMindShares.com/our-blog to read the full post. And if you have other suggestions or any questions about salary negotiation or benefit negotiation, leave a comment in this video. I always respond. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next month.